Hi everyone. In this video, we are learning about adding groups in Linux system and how to add users to that groups. Okay. So if we see now, I have some users in my system. Let's say some user 26. Let's say if I see user 26 using ID command, we can see all the details about the user like UID, user 26, group ID, and groups. So by default, the group name and username is same, user 26 and user 26. Okay, let's say I want to create one group, new group. Okay, I am in now RPM based system, CentOS system. You can see here. So there are two commands. One is group add, one is add group, another is add group. Okay, so group add is used in all the systems, but add group is only in Debian based. Okay, if I show you here which group add, you can see the path of group head is this one. If I write which head group, it will give me error key there is no path of this thing. So in RPM based system, only group add will be used, not add group cannot be used. Okay. So let's say I'll create one group, group add G1, group add G2. So if you see now, you can see the details of the group in the etc group file. All the groups will be stored here. So two groups got created, G1 and G2. Okay, so let me create one user add U1. If you see the details of the user using ID command, you can see one user got created U1, one group with the same name U1 got created, and this U1 is the primary group of the user U1. If you see tell etc group, you can see the U1 group got created. Even tell etc password, you can see the E1 user got created here. Okay, so I want to add G1 as the primary group of the user E1. Okay, so we can use the command user mod. Okay, if I show you, if we execute the command with the flag hyphen help, it will show the documentation of the commands. Then you can see we have multiple options there. If you give hyphen D, then you can create one. You can change the home directory of the user. Okay, then for the group hyphen small g hyphen capital G hyphen A. So you can see hyphen small g is used to create add the group as the primary group. Capital G will be used to add the groups as supplementary or secondary groups. Okay, you can add multiple groups here, and A means append. So what happens? Let's say we have one user. Okay, U1, and the primary group is G1, and secondary groups are, let's say, G2 and G3. Okay, when you execute the command with hyphen G flag capital G, okay, and let's say you are adding the new secondary groups G4, G5. What it will do, it will remove these two secondary groups present before and add new groups G4, G5. So it will replace the old secondary groups. And if you add the flag hyphen A, then let's say G means it will preserve the previous secondary groups, let's say G2 and G3, and it will add the new groups G4 and G5, means it will append the new groups. If you don't give the flag hyphen A, it will replace the previous secondary groups. Okay, so if you see E1, I have the primary group as E1. Now I want to change the primary group. So for that, user mod hyphen small g. Small g means primary group. Okay. Then the group G1 of the user U1. So hyphen G G1 means I want to make the primary group G1 of what? Of the user U1. If I see now, you can see the primary group is G1. Okay. One more thing. Let's say I am checking the file etc group. Here you can see U1 is added in the G1 group in here. Okay. Only only you can check if the group is primary group using the command id and then user. Okay, I'll get back to this again. Let's say I want to add, I have G2 now. Okay. Let's say I just create two or three more groups. Group add G3 group add G sorry G3 group add G3 G4 G5. Okay. If I see now, so three more groups are there. G3 G4 G5. So now I have my user U1 primary group is G1. Okay. And now I want to add G2 and G3 as the secondary groups. Okay. So for that, I have to use the capital G flag. If you see user mod hyphen G, let's say G2, G3. You need to give comma between the groups. Okay. You can add multiple groups. If I want G4, I can give like this. Then U1. Wow. If I see now, the primary group is G1, as you said before, and new secondary groups are G2, G4, G3. Okay. And now if I see etc group, you can see G2, G4, G3 has added U1 in their list. So if you see any username here at the end, means it is the group is secondary group of this user. Okay. Let's say I'll add a G5 as well to the secondary group of U1. So for now, let's say we execute user mod. I'm not giving the hyphen a flag. Okay, only G. Let's say G5 to U1. If I see now G2, G3, G4 are gone. Only G5 is there now. So it replaced all the previous secondary groups. So if you want to just append the groups, you can just give the command user mod hyphen a means append. Then G, let's say G2, G3, G4, then U1. If you see now, all the groups are present G2, G3, G4, G5 as the secondary group of U1. Okay, let's say I'll create one more group. Group add G6 and let's one more user add U2. Okay, use U2 already exist. Okay, fine. So if I see U2 is there and if I see ID U2, okay, only one group is there. Let's say I want to add G2 as the secondary group of U2. Okay, I can do this directly as well. If I go to the file vim etc and group, now I can edit here. Let's say G2. Okay, you need to first press I for going to insert mode as it is the beam editor, comma U2. Save this. If I see now, you can see secondary group is G2 as well now. But this is not recommended because you should not edit the etc group file. And now I am root user. If you see, so I have the privilege, like I have the permission to add the files directly. But if you are some other user, you won't be having the permissions to create or add groups, something like that. Okay. So now we created one group, some groups, added the group as the primary group to the user, and added some groups as the secondary groups to the user. Okay. So now let's say I'll create one more group. Group add G7. Okay. So now G7 is not associated with any user, and I want to set the password for the group. G password. For normal user, if you want to set the password, you can just write password as we discussed earlier. And if you want to set the group password, then you can give G passwd G password group name. Again, I am in the root user. Okay. Give the password. Okay. So now, if you see ID of user two, sorry, ID of U2, you can see the primary group is U2. Okay. I want to set G7 as the primary group of U2 temporarily, not permanently. Okay. So I need to log in as the user U2. For that, su U2. Okay. Su command and sudo command I'll discuss in a like particular video, next videos, like next coming videos properly. For now, just understand that SU is used to log in as some particular user. If I am giving SU U2, it will ask me the password of U2. Then if I give the correct password, then I am able to log in as the user U2. But now I am logged in as the root user. So I can log into any user without any password. Okay. So if you see now, sorry, if you see now, who am I? U2. Let's say I'm going to the home directory. If you don't give the path, directory path, and just writing cd, then it will take you to the home directory. Okay. Home directory of the user U2. If you see, now I'm at the home U2. If I give ID, so the group ID of U2 is, group name of U2 is U2, and ID is this one. So I just want to temporarily set G7 as the primary group of U2. So what I'll do, I'll execute the command new group and ewgrp. Then the user, then the group name G7. It will ask me the password of G7. Again, if you have not set the group password using G password command, then you can't set that group as your primary group temporarily. Okay. Then I'll give the password G7. If you see now, ID, now the primary group is G7 of my current user, means U2. Okay. So initially I was logged in as the root user. Okay. Then I logged in as user U2 and the group was also U2. Okay. Then I logged in as, then I set the group G7 as the primary group of U2. So again U2 and the primary group is right now G7. Okay. So if I log out from the current user right now, okay, I'll go back to this state. If I execute the command exit, then I'll go back to my previous state when I was logged in as the user U2 and my primary group was U2. Then if I again execute the command exit, then I'll go back to the root user. So who am I? u2, id is g7. Okay, let's say I'm exiting from this state. If you see, who am I? u2 and id u2. Okay, after that, if I exit the command, exit from this state, let's clear this. Who am I? Root, id, root. Okay, so like this, let's say if you are in uh, you are logged in as the user u1, then going to u2 using su u2, then you are going to u3, let's say s here su u3, and so on. So for that, if you write the command exit, it will go back to the state. If you write here, you come back to u3. If you write exit here, you will come back to u2, again u1. So this happens. So that's all for this video, guys. We learned how to create the group, how to add that group to a particular user as the primary group, how to add multiple groups to a particular user as the secondary groups, and how to set one group as the primary group to a user temporarily, and how to set the password of the group. So yeah, that's all for this video, guys. And next video we'll be seeing the difference between group add and add group in Debian based system. So thank you.